Alright, one thing I didn't mention that you should probably have as well are some old rags. A few of them for cleanup would be great, and also you're going to need them to release the plug. Just about everyone has some old socks or some old stretched out undies around the house, so you should be fine with that. So I'm going to get started releasing this plug right here. This is just the window that I'm going to be making the mold off of. It's okay if my gel coat and my laminate stretches a little bit past this masked out section. I accounted for a little bit of flange area past the size of the part that I need. The part's probably only going to be about that size. So, but I'm going to release all the way to the duct tape. I use duct tape as a masking tape. So I'm going to get started releasing this whole area, and then I'm going to buff it off with the sock I've got here. So make a can of this part all paste number 2. This stuff works great. It's green. It smells a little funny, but it's not too strong or anything like that. I've got an old rag. I just keep this right in the can. It's always saturated with wax. And this is very similar to waxing the body of a car. You just kind of want to make small circles with the wax, and you can see it very easily on the surface of the plug. And by the way, lots of people do this to the mold too. If they're making a part off of a mold, they'll use the wax release agent. There's other chemical release agents you can use too, but for gel coat and polyester resin, this wax will work really good. So get it in there pretty good. Make sure you get the whole entire surface. Now, I did already wax the surface once, so I'm not too concerned about it, but it never hurts to do it a few more times. You'll probably want to do it at least twice, just to make sure you didn't miss any spots. And a second coat of wax isn't necessarily adding more wax, it's just ensuring that you didn't miss any spots the first time. So I'm just adding on wax right now. It's okay to get the masking tape a little bit, or the duct tape a little bit. But I'm not too worried if the part sticks to the duct tape, because the duct tape will come right off and it's going to get cut off at the end anyway, so it's not a big deal either way. If there's little teeny pinholes in your plug or anything, hopefully the wax will fill them pretty well. That's probably sufficient for a first coat anyway. Put that back. I'm going to use this sock. You may want to let this dry for a minute or two, but you don't want to let it dry for too long, because it'll be a little more difficult to buff it off. But this should be good here. Alright, so just like waxing off a car, trying to remove any of the excess wax that's built up on the surface. And you'll start to feel when it's a little bit more slick and not as, it doesn't catch as much on the surface. Luckily this is a small surface, but this can be a pretty big task if you've got a huge boat hull or something that you're waxing. Even a car could take an hour or two maybe. You want to keep buffing it off until you don't see any more streaks, and it feels pretty slick. The sock's just sliding across. Right here it's not really as well buffed off yet. I can feel it's really slick right there. I don't want to bore you with doing a couple more coats on this, plus I've already done it once anyway, so I'm going to stop there, and the next step I'll be mixing gel coat and painting the first coat of gel coat on. Now I'm going to do 2 coats of gel coat at least, one to get the foundation on there, and because I'm not spraying the gel coat, I'm going to be brushing on with a chip brush. The bristles are going to leave low spots, so I'll let that first coat tack up. I'll come back with another coat, and hopefully the brush and gel coat will fill all those low spots left by the first coat. So I'll show you that in a minute.